So, about the idea of having some fitness standards for, especially for people who are going to be competing under your name or under your school's banner or whatever. But in general, it's good to have kind of standards of fitness. Now, when you get down to the real crux of it, all of those standards are arbitrary. They're just, either truly arbitrarily picked out, or they're averages based on observations of what successful people entered the game with or whatever. Because truly, your fitness, your capacity for movement and load resistance and all that is just a journey of a lifetime. There is no you must be this strong, you must be this flexible, you must be this fast, or anything like that to ride this ride. None of that. But like I said, especially when you're running any kind of competitive anything and you're going to have people competing under your name, you've got to take into consideration that they're fighting for you, and you should probably have some standards so that you're welcome in competitions, welcome bringing your students and whatnot, so you don't have people who are always putting on a poor show. That being the case, I in the past have looked to the military and professional sports for some kind of guideline into the standards. With the military, I've known guys out of boot camp who were in pitiful shape, so that wasn't going to be good enough. But I thought, well, let's take a look at the Rangers, because I've known a couple of Rangers and they were pretty impressive. And I looked at paratroopers, and I started looking at all the special operations units and kind of figuring out the metrics for things like push-ups and sit-ups and running and all that kind of stuff. Now, truth be told, most of the military qualifications are very well outdated. They're archaic modes of exercise that don't really have a true direct functional correlation to the real world. And so there's plenty of room to play, inserting science and taking out dogma and all that. But it was a place to start. And so I recommend to you, go and look up something like the military. The NFL Combine is another one I used. I chose the military one because it was something that didn't require special equipment. The only thing that requires special equipment is the rucksack march, in which case, quite honestly, for just fitness, you just load up a backpack with enough weight and you're good. So it's easily doable. It's something you can transfer. You don't have to have a lot of equipment for, and all that. The NFL Combine one, most of them doesn't require any equipment except for the bench press. There are even better metrics than the bench press. And then I found that there is a strength standards metric, and I haven't gone in a lot of detail with it. I've just skimmed it. But I mean, we're talking basic powerlifting and Olympic lifting, strength skills, with kind of like these are averages, of competitors or whatever that you should shoot for to even, consider getting into a competitive level in any kind of lifting sports. So there's that. Just Google in how strong is strong enough. And then of course you can look at gymnastics, the A through G, I think, A through G or A through F skill levels, and my cats are fighting on the tripod. Stop it. She's a scrapper. Anyway, there's a lot of different ideas that you can play with, but the fundamental concept is that when you're going to be sending somebody out under your banner, you should probably have some kind of metric, some kind of calculation to hold them up to and say, look, you must meet this qualification before you can fight in my name. This is for the benefit of your school, your organization, for the benefit of your name as an instructor, and your integrity as an instructor, because what instructor allows somebody to compete who is not ready to compete? What instructor allows a yellow belt to get into a full contact fight? It's just not wise. So that's the idea. Just having some kind of standard, having some kind of metric to go by. And like I said, most of the standing metrics are outdated. They are scientifically outdated, and it may be time to go through and update them and look at things, like maybe Scott Sonnen's TACFIT qualification, looking at, like I said, gymnastics ones, looking at the progressive calisthenics movement, see what they expect at certain levels. There's all sorts of things to look at. But the idea is, once again, just have a standard before you send people out into the ogre's maw, as it were. That's all I got for you. I will talk to you guys later. Good journey.